Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the 6-minute 3TC build that I've been using on Abbasid. Some people have been requesting me to do a video on it. I have the build order on AOE4 Builder and I'm going to link that in the description as well so you can follow along. We're going to get Golden Age and 3 town centers in 6 minutes and yeah, hope you enjoy. First off, I want to make a little bit of a disclaimer. So the thing is, if you go 3 town center, even though you can get them really fast and you get a good timing, you can get harassed, you can get attacked, and you can lose a town center. You can be too late to get army out. That's why this build is probably better for maps where you can actually make it so that you have time enough to go and build 3 town centers. So instead, I would recommend you use the 2TC with the stable opener build that I also have on my channel. But if you're playing Pocket in team games, if you're playing French Pass or Hillandale, you can use this build here. And in normal games, if you're playing against another Abbasid player, another Chinese player, another HRE player, this will also work sometimes. But you really have to be good at scouting and good at following up afterwards and be effective with your macro. So let's jump right into it. The first thing is we're going to send 6 villagers to berries. We're going to queue villagers from our town center and we're going to make a scout. So 2 villagers will be building the mill, and that will be enough time for these guys to immediately drop off at the mill, so you're not going to waste time walking back to the town center, but you're also not going to build it with 6 villagers and then lose resources that way. The 7th villager is going to build a house that connects the mill with the town center and the House of Wisdom. We're going to scout around our base or aggressively. You can do both because we are in berries, so depending on your matchup, you can scout either aggressively or around your base and then aggressively. But as you can see, I am getting a lot of sheep here already from just going around the base, so I would recommend that. The number 8th villager will be going to a mining camp, and the villager after that will build a House of Wisdom. So we will have a total of 7 on food, and it will go up to 4 on gold, and we'll add in another 1 on food. The goal here is to get a really smooth timing on our House of Wisdom so we can get the upgrades from the House of Wisdom being Fertile Crescent, and we want to get fresh foodstuffs. Those 2 upgrades are the most important ones. We're not going to gather gold for more than those 2. So the goal is to reach 3,700 gold here. So House of Wisdom is being built. We're sending villagers over to the gold. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So 4th villager will come, jump on the gold. Scout comes back with the sheep. We still have the normal starting villagers plus the 1 over on the berries, and now we're gathering. So next villager will go onto the sheep. The reason is we don't want to have too much idle time from walking back to the berries and then back to the straggler trees after. That is why that we're going to use the sheep. Next villager will go onto the trees, and now we've aged up. What we're going to do is we're going to pull 4 food villagers onto a straggler tree, and the villager that comes out of the TC will jump onto the straggler tree as well. So you have 5 in total, which will be enough to build a lumber camp. So they will gather the 50. The next villager pops out. It's going to build the lumber camp immediately. These guys will jump over, start chopping. This guy builds the lumber camp, and it will sync up with the drop-off of the next wood line. So we'll go up to 10 villagers in total on wood. In the meantime, we are going to 3,700 gold because that will give us enough gold to go for Fertile Crescent and fresh foodstuffs, like I said before. Afterwards, these guys will go onto stone. When we get to the fresh foodstuffs and we have that tech, we're going to pull 2 villagers off for food. For now, rally onto wood. We're going to speed it up here. We're going to go up to 10. Build a mining camp. And then we have queued after the age up, Fertile Crescent, and the fresh foodstuffs. Immediately queued. The same with this one. Queued. We're going to gather until the fresh foodstuffs completes. One thing that's really important here is that you don't start queuing more villages whilst you're teching up the fresh foodstuffs, because you're going to lose food. They're not going to refund you the food if you queue up villages. So we queue up after the tech has been finished. Then when the tech is finished, take 2 villagers off for food, put them on stone. The goal is to have a 50-50 spread. A split. So you have 10 on stone, 10 on wood. When Fertile Crescent is completed, this tech here, you're going to immediately drop 4 houses. That will be enough to get your Golden Age 1. They're going to build the houses now. So you're going to have 10 buildings in total in the structure count here. Golden Age has now been activated, and it's going to give you 15% gather rate for all resources. Here's the trick. Getting 6 town centers really quickly relies on a small amount of walk time. So we're going to minimize that by keeping our villages on the resources, wood and stone, for as long as we need for resources for 2 town centers extra. So these guys will go until there are 675 stone left in this outcropping. And these guys will go until you have 600 wood in your bank. Once these guys have 600 wood, you go to the deer. And these guys here will go to the gold. Or another deer camp as well. So as you can see here, I've sped it up a little bit. And now we reach 670. You pull off. Drop that town center. Drop that town center there. The minute is 6. It's really important you secure food, your wood, and potentially gold for later. If you are being pushed, don't be afraid to build the town centers here, or down here. You can do that as well. The most important thing is that you get them up. If you're being pressured whilst you're going for this build, I would recommend that you stop going for 3 town centers, and then you start making units to secure yourself those town centers instead. So you get them up later, but you get them up without losing them or losing the game or not having army or something stupid like that. You don't want to do this build if you're going to lose because you do it. That's the best advice I can give you, because this build doesn't work in every single game. It's a fun build when it goes well. When it doesn't go well, you lose quite quickly. The good thing about Abbasid is it only requires you to have 9 villages on food for constant villager production, whereas if you're playing Chinese 2TC Song, which would be almost the same as having 3 town centers as Abbasid in terms of villager production, then you're also going to be spending more food, because 2 town centers will work for 8 food normally, but if you have a lot of town centers as Chinese with Song Dynasty, you'll need about 10, 11. And so it's actually more effective to go for the 3 town centers here. Plus it's faster for you to get it. But it's also more dangerous because you don't have defenses. So consider that when you play this build. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can use this. And yes, have a good day.